How is everything over in Italy?
Oh, it's fabulous. I mean, I come here a lot, and the political situation is always kind of nerve-wracking and insane, but that's the way it's been ever since I've come here. So that's nothing normal. Instead of the movie business and the film and television and theater business, there's lots of wonderful things going on. So.
Well, very good. How did you end up over there?
Well, I came here when I was a young man and worked for 5 years in an art gallery, the Lucio Amelio Art Gallery. And they had exhibitions from all the artists all over the world, from Andy Warhol to Rauschenberg to Gilbert and George to Francesco Clemente, everybody. Keith Haring, Mapplethorpe. And then while I was working at the gallery, I also started working in a theater company. I trained at ACT in San Francisco, the American Conservatory Theater, studied classical theater, and then the theater company in Naples, Italy, which is where I was based, did avant-garde theater. And we worked together, and then we became very successful, winning many, many awards and touring for many, many years. And out of that company, which was Falso Movimento, there's a new company called Teatri Uniti, which is a company where the artistic director is Tony Servillo, who is the protagonist of the Oscar-winning film The Great Beauty. And he's won the European Best Actor Award twice already, the Oscar of Europe.
Wow.
They call him the Russell Crowe of Europe.
What was it like to pose for Andy Warhol?
It was wonderful. We worked together. He did, an exhibit, and, we sold hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of paintings of his, and I had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with him for work, and it was a real pleasure. We would fly to New York or fly to Geneva or fly to Munich or Hanover or Zurich or anywhere. He came to Naples. If you go on my website, tomasarana.com, there's actually a video and there's photos of me with Warhol in Naples. He was wonderful, very exciting and very interesting.
Wow, that just is amazing. You have a new movie coming out from Possession of Michael King. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, it's a very intense movie. I saw it for the first time a couple of days ago, and of course, I'd read the script, but, the script is always a suggestion of what you're hoping the film will be. And I had done some Dario Argento-produced movies in the 90s, by Michele Soavi and also other horror films by Lamberto Bava. But this was a wonderful project, and David, the director, I think has an incredible vision. And he really brings you inside the film, and he brings you inside the mind of Shane, Shane Johnson. I thought was brilliant, really, really good. And it's a very difficult thing to play in a movie when you become possessed, because when you do normal theater or acting, it's logical, and it's naturalistic. But when you're trying to sort of be possessed by the devil or playing, demons or having some type of visions and psychedelic visions, you get into the abstract. And I always like to compare it actually to Shakespeare, which is kind of silly, but science fiction movies which I've done and also horror movies which I've done, I compare them to Shakespeare because it's such a fantasy world. And you have to have imagination as an actor, and you have to be able to let yourself do things that, in acting class you would say, well, this is kind of stupid and unbelievable. But in a horror movie or in a movie of this genre, I'm not sure if we should call it a horror movie, but, you have to go with it and go with the flow. And I think David did a great job. It made me nervous watching the movie, and I knew what was going on.
I wrote it. I just watched it this morning, and I did love it.
I'm sorry?
I said I did watch it just this morning, and I did love it.
Oh, good.
I mean, it was a great film.
Movies. I don't like watching them so much.
Are you a fan of the found fiction genre, or?
science fiction I like more than movies that are horror or uncomfortable to watch. To do, actually, to make, I like both just as much, because I really enjoy making movies that have some type of supernatural, because, like I said before, it's abstract.
Right.
So it's fun.
Now, are you a religious man, or?
I'm not a religious man, but I'm a spiritual person. I do believe in the wonderful human beings and spirit and karma. But I am from San Francisco. No, no, but that's being facetious. I believe in human beings, and I think also recently, I mean, with the death of Robin Williams, whom I knew years ago, because he was part of our group of friends in San Francisco. And then the death of Lauren Bacall, when you hear about all of these passing, you know, a movie like The Possession of Michael King, when it gets into the concept of death and all of that, it is challenging, you know.
Right.
It gets everybody a little nervous, you know,
well,
when you're watching it.
I think that is just human nature, that we look at ourselves as Teflon, that we can survive anything, and we get a little bit more courage too when we put a camera in front of us, because I mean it just makes us feel like everything is fake, and that's one of the themes that kind of runs through.
Like everything is what?
Everything is fake, like it's pretend. Like once you get behind there, you don't have to be yourself anymore. Then you feel invincible at that point. And I think that was a great theme that ran through the film.
Yes, very much.